on all this month at the Niagara Children's Center. It is the Help Kids Shine campaign. And joining us on the program, our ambassador for today, Milena. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing great, thanks. How are you?
I am well. Milena, how was I on the last name? We kind of butcher Slavic names sometimes, but was Bakalov pretty good?
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, you did a pretty good job.
All right, how do I make it perfect then?
Bakalov.
Bakalov.
Yes, that's great.
Okay, this title, a behavioral consultant, I understand is new to the Niagara Children's Center. What is this position that you have? What is a behavioral consultant? What do you do?
Yes, that's right. So the role is new to the Niagara Children's Center, and what it includes is me attending the therapy sessions and consulting with the clinicians and helping the clients to reach their therapy goals by developing strategies for behavioral concerns. As well.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And then another role is also helping to support parents with behavioral concerns. So again, if there is something within the therapy session that the behaviors would like a consultation around, again, that's also a time that I can help them with discussing behavioral strategies as well.
And why was this position, I guess, created, or why did they think it was important to add this position? And I assume you didn't make this position up out of thin air. It must have been, documented somewhere. It's like, hey, we have this person who does this to help out our therapists and our families. Here's what it really has helped. Obviously, you're new to the Niagara Children's Center, or the position is new to the Niagara Children's Center. What does it achieve?
Yes. So the achievement that this particular position was able to achieve was, of course, behavior is everything, right? So we want to make sure that when the children are in therapy session, that we are looking at the behaviors, and if there are any challenges, we're able to help support them with behavioral strategies so that they can then achieve their speech and language therapy goals, their physiotherapy goals, as well as also another part is also helping through parent education programs as well and online webinars. So again, all of the themes and topics are created around supporting behaviors, and this is why it has really helped, because of course behaviors are, again, we have good behaviors, we have bad behaviors. So really this position has helped to answer a lot of the questions and some of the challenges in and around how do we respond to some of those challenging behaviors, and really helping to better understand children through a child-centered approach.
Wow, that is really interesting. And I've talked to numerous therapists over the years and families over the years. And it's always interesting to see, the Niagara Children's Center, examine what they do and how they provide services, and still saying, how can we make this better? Like, how can we make our services even better? Which is, where someone like you comes in to help them provide even better services for their patients.
Mm-hmm. Well, if we can increase motivation, right, and increase the feeling of the children being motivated to participate, to engage, then that really helps them progress in all of their therapy goals. So it is really a team approach, and that's why I love being part of the Children's Center so much, is because we all work together. All of the different therapists work together, and we consult with one another in order to help the client achieve their therapy goals.
Milena, how long have you worked there?
So I've been working there over about a year and a half now.
Okay. And where did you come from before you worked at the Niagara Children's Center?
Yeah, so before working at the Niagara Children's Center, I was working at one of the largest special needs schools in pretty much almost all of Europe, in England. I was there for about 6 years working with children with all types of different developmental disabilities. And previously to that, I specialized in teaching children with special needs.
Wow. So you've been doing this for quite a long time then.
Yes. I've been working with children with special needs for a long time. A lot of my postgraduate work was specializing in working with children with special needs. I'm also currently doing further studying in courses as well. So it's all been, the experience that I've gained over the years and internationally as well has really helped me to fit in quite nicely with the Children's Center.
What drew you to this line of work? I mean, obviously, when you started out probably in your educational career, as someone who is helping out or dealing with children, there's a variety of different ways or different directions you could have gone into. What drew you in this direction?
That's right. So I was actually a student at Brock University, and there was a program, I believe that it's still going on, the SNAP program. It's called the Special Needs Activity Program. And so I volunteered there, and that's really where I just, realized that I absolutely love, working with children with special needs. And so from there, I actually went on to Australia, like I mentioned earlier, to specialize with teaching children with special needs. And then again, moving on to England to work in one of the largest schools with special needs children. So really, I couldn't imagine working anywhere else. I absolutely love what I do. I love working with the children. I love working with the families. And it's really just the greatest feeling when you see them being so happy and enjoying their therapy sessions, and just seeing all the progress that they're making as well. It's really wonderful.
I was talking to my sister-in-law over the weekend about how just things in our lives, whether they're fate or coincidences or just circumstances, lead us to where we are. And the fact that you went to Brock and just across the street is the Niagara Children's Center.
That's
and
right.
I always remark how unremarkable that building is, with such remarkable people inside, right? That if the Children's Center, and maybe the partnership would still be there if the Children's Center is located close to, I don't know, the Penn Center, right? But when it's across the street and it was so convenient and you happen to volunteer and then fall in love and decide, this is what I want to do with the rest of my life. That is pretty amazing that the paths that led towards that had to align in a certain manner, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. No, I definitely agree. I think that, sometimes when you just find the thing that you love to do and you really enjoy it, it definitely is a passion of mine. And I think just one of the greatest feelings is actually, when your work becomes something that you love and you enjoy to do, and there's just so much, I just see so much potential in every day. And when I'm with my clients, it's just the greatest feeling to see them achieve and progress in their therapy goals. And so I'm so happy to be a part of that and working with the therapists as well.
And because you had that experience early on, you understood what they do there. And I've talked to, I don't know, we've been part of the Niagara Children's Center now for probably about 17 years. So predating even your involvement, Milena. Mm-hmm. And it's amazing how many parents had little idea of what happened there because they had no reason to, right? They didn't need to go there. Their child didn't need speech therapy, or their child didn't need, a splint to help them learn how to walk, or their child didn't need anything. But once you get there, it is amazing how it opens your eyes to what happens there. But you've been exposed to it since you were a student at Brock, so you knew exactly how powerful this place is.
Yes. Some amazing and wonderful things happen at the Niagara Children's Center. And definitely the people that are inside all have a love for children, and they are all so specialized and caring and wonderful, and they really do an amazing job. So I really do feel so fortunate to be able to be a part of the Children's Center, and so fortunate that this role was created. And this was all due to the support of the community, because once again, for some programs, there is funding from the ministry, but for programs like recreational therapy, behavioral services therapies, and family-to-family support programs in the aquatics, those programs are not covered by the ministry's funding. So therefore, the community support and raising funds with the Help Kids Shine campaign is so crucially important for us to be able to help as many children and families that we can in the Niagara region. So this is why we are so grateful for all of the community donors and donations, and their funding goes towards programs like this. So it really is so greatly appreciated.
Milena, I'll leave it there. Much appreciate your time today. Thank you so much for coming on the program, and all the best with your work at the Niagara Children's Center.
Thank you so much for your time as well. Have a great day.